Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be bringing you an Empties video. I have got a box of Empties here that I wanted to share with you. It takes, as you know, a really long time to get through products, so I don't go through things that fast, and so I don't do Empties videos very often, but I finally have one for you with a lot of products that I wanted to discuss with you and show you. I'm just going to straighten out my camera because I feel like it's not straight. And so if you are interested in seeing an Empties video, please stick around. If you are new to this channel, I hope that you will stick around, watch this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And let's get into it. Before I get started on the Empties video, I did want to share with you what my position as a physician is on the whole Kat Von D drama. For those of you who don't know, Kat Von D recently stated that she is not going to vaccinate her unborn child and that vaccines are the devil. And so as a doctor, I feel compelled to tell you my thoughts on her statements. So if you don't want to hear about this and you want to skip to the Empties part of the video, I will leave a timestamp for that down below. If you are interested in hearing one physician's position on the vaccine debate, then you can stick around for a few minutes. This is going to be very quick and concise. But basically, the situation is that Kat Von D has decided not to vaccinate her unborn child. She states she is not against vaccines, but that vaccines are the devil. As a physician, I find this absolutely deplorable. And I'm going to put on my little white coat for a minute because the reality of the situation is that when people are talking about vaccines, the only people that you guys, i.e. the public, should be listening to are people that are doctors. Not Kat Von D, no star, no Google search is going to give you the right or adequate information on the reality of vaccines and if they are or are not safe. The background of the situation is that in 1998, a doctor from Britain named Andrew Wakefield published an article in The Lancet, which is a medical journal, claiming that there was a link between the MMR, the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine, and autism. Since that time, Andrew Wakefield has been shown not only to have produced fraudulent information in that study, data that was falsified, but he also endangered several children's lives in that study. And his medical license has been retracted. He is no longer allowed to practice medicine, and The Lancet has since retracted his article. There has never been a study since then that can corroborate what he found in his study. And in medicine, basically what we do is when we find that there is a link between A and B, we do study after study after study to make sure that the link that we found is indeed causal. And what nobody could ever find after Andrew Wakefield was a causal link between MMR, the MMR vaccine, or any vaccine, and autism. Let me reassure you guys that study after study by different research groups in different countries all around the world, unaffiliated with Big Pharma, have reproduced study after study that show that there is no link between autism and vaccines. None. And again, let me reiterate, there has never been an article to corroborate Andrew Wakefield's finding that there was a link between autism and the MMR vaccine or any other vaccine. When it comes to vaccines, there's something I just want to share with you guys, and that's called this idea of herd immunity. And the idea behind herd immunity is that we try to vaccinate everybody in a community. And the reason for that is because if the herd, i.e. the community, is all vaccinated, then people who cannot be vaccinated, for example, small babies who are too young to be vaccinated, children that have immunodeficiency disorders who cannot safely be vaccinated, children who have cancer who are on chemotherapy who cannot be vaccinated, are safe as long as everybody else in society has been vaccinated. So when I hear somebody like Kat Von D, who has no medical background whatsoever, I don't even know if she's been to college, make abhorrent statements like vaccines are the devil, it makes me want to say to everybody who's listening to her, just open up a history book, guys, and look at what the world was like before the polio vaccine, before the measles vaccine. All of you guys are moms like me. Imagine what it felt like in the early 1900s before we had vaccines for polio, measles, mumps, rubella, whooping cough, and how many babies were lost. How many mothers lost their children because there were no vaccines? Just open a history book and you will see. When I think about what Kat Von D said, I'm going to choose not to vaccinate my child. Basically, what she is saying is that her choice to not vaccinate her child is more important than the safety of newborn babies that her child might be around, of children with immunodeficiencies that her baby might be around, and of children that have cancer who are on chemotherapy and have compromised immune systems. Her kid's around any of those babies, and her kid is putting those babies at risk because her child could have contracted whooping cough or measles or rubella or polio. So all of you guys are mothers. If you were the mother of an immunocompromised child, a cancer child, a newborn, what would you think of Kat Von D's idea to not vaccinate her baby? I personally think that it is absolutely unforgivable. So I want you to know that I clearly am pro-vaccine. I will not ever buy a Kat Von D product again. Her aesthetic has never really appealed to me, but I certainly have no interest in ever purchasing a makeup item from her. But she should certainly stick to producing makeup, and she should stay away from making any kind of public statement about medical concerns. The late Mr. Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood once said that people who have large audiences, i.e. actors, actresses, people like Kat Von D, have an obligation to society to help society, to say things that are true and correct and researched and helpful. And I find it offensive and appalling when people who have the celebrity like Kat Von D make such false and unforgivable claims like she has. So that is my position on the whole vaccine issue. That may make people mad. I am a doctor first and foremost. I chit chat about makeup secondly. And I feel like I have an obligation to not only you guys, but to all of my patients and to everybody that I come into contact with to give them proven, researched information and not nonsense that some person like Kat Von D is spewing on social media or wherever. So with that, we can now proceed to my Empties video. Okay, guys, so the white coat is off. My spiel about vaccines is done, and let's get to Empties. I am picking up my Empties bucket, and we are gonna start with this Rodan and Fields Pore Minimizing Toner. So this was good. It's really expensive. Like I wanna say it's like $45 or $50. And so I am not gonna repurchase it. I did use it all up. I have currently been using the Thayer's toner. That's the rose scent, and I really, really like it. So while I did like it enough to use the whole thing, it is very expensive, and I don't know that it's different to any other toner to warrant the cost. So that will probably not be a repurchase. I used up a bottle of my micellar water. I love this stuff. You guys know that I love it. It is the best thing for waterproof makeup. It takes off everything. If you like make a little mistake, you can like dip your brush in this and you can like fix your eye. It is just the most convenient thing ever. I use it every single day. If you guys haven't tried this, it's so inexpensive. It's from the grocery store and it is a wonderful, wonderful product. So I highly recommend that. This CeraVe Broad Spectrum SPF 30 was good. I used the whole thing up. It was fine under makeup. It was kind of expensive. I think it was about $24. I would not repurchase it because I am using the Korean and the Japanese sunscreens these days. Not only do I find them more like of a watery jelly consistency, which I really do prefer underneath my makeup, but they also have sunscreens in them that have not been approved in the United States, which are better at blocking UV rays. And so I prefer to use those sunscreens. I learned that from the great Dr. Dre. If you do not know who she is, you've got to watch her channel. She's so awesome. She's a dermatologist. She gives so much great information on skincare and sunscreens, and you're missing out if you're not subscribed to her channel. So I will definitely link that below. So that brings me to one of the sunscreens that I did use that she recommended, and it was this Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence. I love this stuff. Even my husband, who like refuses to wear sunscreen, really, really liked this, and I wore it like when I went skiing over spring break. I put it all over my face. I had like no color on my face by the end of the week. I had absolutely no sun exposure with this. It did a really, really good job of blocking the sun out. So I really did enjoy this, and I would repurchase this for sure. The next thing is my Alpha Hydrox oil-free 10% glycolic AHA. I love this. I actually, when I finished this one, I increased my percentage to 14%, and I actually have almost gone through another container of the 14% glycolic acid. I completely credit my improved skin over the last year to the use of glycolic acid. It is a surface exfoliant. It gets rid of dead skin cells. It prevents blackheads. It prevents your pores from being clogged. And I just feel like it has kind of just taken off the top layer of my skin and given me much brighter, cleaner, healthier skin with less acne, for sure. So if you are in the market for something like that, you can get this at Derm Store. I don't recommend getting this from Amazon because you guys may have caught my video on counterfeit makeup. I will throw that up in the cards in case you didn't. But there are many companies that make counterfeit product, and I don't know, you know, what's counterfeit and what's not unless I buy my products from an authorized retailer. So I will link that video just in case you didn't see it, but now I only buy skincare products and makeup from authorized retailers. I will not buy them on Amazon anymore. And so you can get this product at Derm Store. Great product. The next thing that I used up is this perfume called Anais. People, you know, pronounce it differently. Like some people say Anais, Anais, some people say Anais. But I literally have been using this perfume since I was 13 years old. That's when I got my first bottle, and it is like my signature scent. My Flora Botanica, which you guys have probably heard me talk about before on this channel, is a newer perfume to me, which I really, really love. But this is like the classic Daniela scent. Like everybody that knows me knows that this is like my favorite perfume. I go through bottle after bottle of this. It's kind of hard to come by. I get it at Macy's. But of course I went through another bottle. I absolutely love it. If you're into floral scents, I know it's not new, it's not recent, but it is a wonderful, beautiful floral scent. Not overpowering at all. Like just, it smells so good, you guys. This is like the best oldie but goodie. So good. The next empty is my Too Faced Hangover RX. And this, I don't know. This face primer is like fine. It's not great. It's not, I feel like it's just an expensive moisturizer. I feel like that's what I've been using it for, is just as a moisturizer before I put on my makeup, but I don't feel like it performs any differently to a moisturizer, so I don't know that it is worth the cost of it. So I would not repurchase this, and I just wanted to get through it. So I did, and we're done with that. The next thing is my Pore Perfecting Sunscreen by Tatcha. You guys have probably heard me say I absolutely love this stuff. It is a Japanese sunscreen slash primer. It is beautiful. It goes under makeup so well. I absolutely love it. It's broad spectrum SPF 35. It never ever pills makeup or anything like that, but it's super expensive. It's like $68 for a tube, which is why I kind of took Dr. Dre's advice and I just started ordering the Japanese sunscreens. And I've really been enjoying those, and I probably won't repurchase this, not because I don't like it, because I love it, but just because of the price. It's just so pricey. The next thing in my collection is this ColourPop eyeshadow in the shade Puppy Love. It's just a really natural, it's like all dried out, and I like hit pan on there. It's just a nice neutral color that I just put all over my lids in the morning before I'm like running out the house, and it was a limited edition color. You can't even get it anymore, but it was called Puppy Love, and part of the proceeds went to some kind of animal charity at the time. Really liked it and really enjoyed using it. I have another one in here, an acorn. Here it is. I went through an acorn, another ColourPop eyeshadow that I just use all over my lid just about every day. I hit pan and what's left kind of dried out. But acorn is a favorite. It's actually on sale on the ColourPop website right now. So if you guys are interested in just getting kind of like a pinkish, beigeish, neutral, all over the lid color, this is a great color, and it's $4 on the ColourPop website right now. I guess it's on sale because they're not going to be bringing it back. So if you want to try it, now's the time to get it. Next, I have multiple superhero mascaras. Here's a baby one, here's a big one. You guys know it is my favorite mascara of all time. I love superhero mascara. It does cause some degree of clumpiness in my lashes, but it is the best volumizing and lengthening mascara out there. It takes me the least amount of time to build this up on my lashes of all the mascaras I've ever tried, which is kind of why I love it, because I don't have a lot of patience, and it just takes a few swipes to get like swipes. I'm rushing. I'm like racing through this video. I don't know why. But it just takes a couple of swipes to get gorgeous, long, voluminous lashes. Love it. Superhero. Can't recommend it enough. Okay, another 2 mascaras that I ran out of were the Maybelline Lash Discovery. I love this for my lower lashes. Definitely repurchased it. I'm on another tube already. There is no mascara for the lower lashes other than this, as far as I'm concerned. It's just the best. It is perfect for finding those teeny weeny little lashes and really making them look beautiful, and it's a great product. And it's from the drugstore. And then I love my L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. I do put this underneath my It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I think it does a great job of priming the lashes and kind of separating them before I put the Superhero Mascara on. So I really enjoy this product. Will definitely repurchase. I have a couple of my, where is the other one? Here it is. Of my, what are these called? Smashbox Always Sharp eyeliners that have a sharpener in. Can you guys see the dust flying around that's coming out of this box of like old products? I'm sorry if that's grossing you out. That is kind of gross that there's like dust flying around. I hope you guys can't see it. But anyway, I went through a black and a brown. This is Raven, this is Sumatra, and I kind of go through these regularly because I love them, love them, love them. I also went through an Hourglass eyeliner. This is the 1.5 millimeter eyeliner. I love this. I think it's so great for tight lining. It totally sets. It does not budge. It's super thin. I can't recommend it enough. The only issue is that this is in the color Obsidian, by the way. The only issue is it's a little bit on the pricey side and it just doesn't last that long. It's like there's not that much product, but if you're looking for an amazing tight lining eyeliner, I can't recommend this enough. It's an awesome eyeliner. The next empty that I have is my Too Faced Primed and Poreless Skin Smoothing Pressed Powder. I love this stuff. I went through the entire pan and I really enjoyed using it. I would totally repurchase it, except for that I'm using other powders that I really wanted to try and other powders that I wanted to get through. So I'm not going to repurchase it right now, but I liked it enough to definitely repurchase it in the future. It's a really, really good powder. I enjoyed it very much to just set my makeup. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, but it is a beautiful setting powder and it does blur pores and fine lines, and I really like this powder a lot. I went through a vitamin C serum from Timeless. I love this serum. For those of you who don't know, I will throw a video up in the cards about my skincare routine, but vitamin C is good for your skin because it protects your skin from environmental pollutants, and it's an antioxidant, so it can help theoretically reverse signs or reverse free radicals from damaging your skin cells. So it does, it's better if it's refrigerated. I know that's not very like convenient, but it will last longer if it's refrigerated, and my dermatologist told me if I could refrigerate it, that would be better, and that if you buy a vitamin C product off of the shelf at the grocery store, it may not be the best thing because it may have been sitting there for several months, and it turns out that vitamin C is not a very stable compound, so it will break down very easily, and if it's been sitting on a shelf for several months, the active ingredient has already broken down. So you want to get it from a place like Timeless, where you're getting a vitamin C serum that has been made just for you recently, so that the compound hasn't had any time to break down. Again, I will throw that skincare video where I talk more about this up in the cards. I used up my Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer. This was a really good concealer if you were looking for something just everyday, light concealing underneath your eyes. It's great for a day where you don't want to wear foundation and you just want to wear a little bit of concealer to brighten up your eyes and, you know, kind of hide your dark circles. It's, you know, light coverage. Like, compare on the spectrum of like Tarte Shape Tape, it is very, very light coverage compared to something like Tarte Shape Tape. It's even lighter than the Maybelline Fit Me. And it's lighter than the Maybelline Master Conceal. So it's the lightest, in my opinion, of all the concealers, with the exception of Maybelline Age Rewind, which I think is a thinner formula than even this. So really liked it, thought it was very natural, and enjoyed it. I went through a Benefit Gimme Brow. I love these. I use the color 3, which is kind of a dark brown. I just think this is really easy to sweep through your lashes in the morning. and it just gives you a little bit more volume to your brows. And I love the brush because the brush is a little bitty and it's really easy to get right in there and kind of do your brows how you want them. So great product. Is there anything else, you guys? There's kind of some trash in this bucket too. Oh, there's one more sunscreen. So this sunscreen is the Cetaphil, there's still dust, I'm so sorry. This is the Cetaphil Dailies moisturizer with SPF 50. I would not repurchase this because it does not say broad spectrum. And for me, I need to see broad spectrum on any sunscreen that I wear to know that it is covering both UVA and UVB. So I would not repurchase this, and I don't recommend that you buy it because it does not say broad spectrum SPF. And unlike Dr. Dre, I don't know the details about all of the filters and all of the chemical versus mineral sunscreens. And so I look for those words, broad spectrum, and so should you. So that wraps up my Empties, guys. I hope that you guys found that interesting to see what are the things I went through, what are the things that I would purchase or not purchase again. If you enjoy watching Empties videos, I will throw up an old Empties video in the cards here. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I enjoyed doing this video and I will look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye.